Are your views tanking on YouTube? Then this episode's for you. Hey, this is a unknown to known clip. I'm Jamie Maglietta with On Cam Ready. We're talking to Gerald Davis. We had so much fun during our conversation that there's a bunch of clips. This one is the first one you got to hit up before you listen to the full episode. Do it,
No,
Gerald.
listen,
How do
listen,
you
listen,
do
listen.
it?
This statement right here that I'm about to make is
Ooh, oh
worth the whole time that
my
we've been
gosh.
on.
Yay. Let's hear it.
If you can keep people watching your first 60 seconds, they'll watch a whole hour.
Boom.
If they don't watch that first 60 seconds, your video can be 8 minutes, it can be 10 minutes. It don't matter. They're not going to make it.
Mm.
That first 30, 45 minute, that minute is the most crucial time that ever existed in our thing. So it's worth, if you don't got it or if you can't put it together, whatever the case, it's worth paying somebody to do it, because it's literally, and this is the end of my soapbox. It's literally the difference between a video that gets 50 views and 50,000.
Oh, I know. And like right now, I'm dealing. So this week, as of what are we at? January 23rd, we're recording this. I reached out to my editor and said, hey, I edit all my own stuff, right? So I go to her if I have a client that needs it or if I want something. And my whole thing to her was, I think I want a 15-second open. That's just now that I've had interviews with people, I can start showcasing them, do something like visually appealing off the top, but I don't want to do it, because it is a lot of work
It's a
and you
lot.
do need to hire someone. Sometimes you need to pay the money. But for each episode, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you justify the cost? And I think, some people see it as, well, I'm not making money off my podcast. I don't want to pay for Riverside. I don't want to pay for an editor. I don't want to. You need to be looking at it as a strategy for if you're podcasting and it's not just to put your point of view out there. It's like you're doing it for a business. You need to think of it as your marketing. You need to think of it as a marketing budget. And you need to start figuring out a way to sell from your podcast, sell from your YouTube channel. If at first you don't have sponsors, you sell what you got. Gerald has his pathways, podcasting pathways group. I have digital downloads. I have my visibility program. You can go to my website, oncamready.com. Gerald, what's your website?
Podcastingpathways.com.
And you can go to those websites and you can communicate with us through downloads, through courses, through community, and that's part of our call to action so you can make money to support your efforts online. Other ways to do it is like finding a sponsor. I know a guy who is, I mean, he is amazing in the fact that he has a lot of sponsors. Now, he got those sponsors because he's so niche and he's very specific to his audience. And if you are too, you can do the same. If you have a podcast that's focusing on, say, I'll just say like a specific artist where every single episode you're focusing on Taylor Swift. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to eventually get some sponsors. You really need to just be very niche focused, and that can help you either make money, attract an audience, and potentially sell from podcasting. Any other things that you would add to help people like justify the costs? Because sometimes they don't see the reason to do it.
Unfortunately, I can say a lot of things. Unfortunately, that is the unteachable lesson.
Mm,
You don't know until you start making money. And then once you start making money, like those expenses are like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem.
mhm.
No problem. Though maybe one of the things that I could equate it to is that most of the people that I I come across I work with, they're professionals in their said field. Maybe they're high performing professional, maybe they're project manager, maybe they're C-suite executive, maybe they're whatever they are. Maybe they're a doctor, maybe they're a dentist. I have these podcast clients. I want to shout them out. Um, it's it's a podcast called Never Seen It. It's a podcast of four black dentists in Atlanta under 30 and giving their perspective. It's amazing. So
I
it's
love
pretty cool.
it.
Uh, so um, so professionals in their specific field. once you reach a level of proficiency, then the things that amateurs would say, "Man, that costs way too much." You just look at it as a tool. Like, "Oh, yeah. Well, okay, of course, Imma get that because it's gonna save me 50 hours this week, and my 50 hours are way worth way more than this $200 that it costs." So that's the closest thing that I could equate it to, but unfortunately, it's the unteachable lesson that once y because we're all climbing the hill of like, "Oh, man, if I can just get monetized, then my life will change." One it comes with the efficiencies help you get there faster. Unfortunately, it's a unteachable lesson.
That was Gerald Davis. Be sure to check out his podcast, Lunch with the Cool Kids. We talk so much about YouTube. We had a lot of fun. You can clearly tell we're friends in this interview for Unknown to Known. In another clip, I break out this other section of our conversation where we talk about how name dropping is essential to your thumbnails on YouTube. So be sure to listen or watch that. Subscribe to this channel for more conversations, and I will see you guys online. Check out my Instagram for more on what's going on behind the scenes.